Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to be discussing the Capricorn Midheaven. Before we get into this, firstly I would just like to ask you to watch the introduction to the Midheaven within astrology so you can get an understanding as to what it is. Secondly, in order for you to find out which sign your midheaven is in, then go to the little calculator that I have inserted in the description box. Okay, Capricorn Midheaven. If you do have a Capricorn Midheaven, you're going to be a person who is very much conscious of your worldly position. This midheaven screams reputation. Everything about this placement is about the reputation. I think this goes hand in hand with the fact that Capricorn rules the 10th house within astrology, and it's this 10th house that is associated with the midheaven. So by having a Capricorn midheaven, it's sort of like it's at home. Capricorn fits in nicely here, right? So that doesn't mean that there won't be some things to overcome. You see, if you have a Capricorn midheaven, you understand more than anybody that you can't get anything for nothing. And so what you do is you work really, really hard to achieve respect, to achieve status, to achieve that very reputation that you want. There can be no smudge on your reputation. If people try to come in and ruin your reputation, they better think twice. Though still, if people do get unpleasantly involved with you, you might decide just to make a break for it. But that's more over the petty things. So if you're forced to a wall and it's something just really minute, really just stupid in your mind, you're just be like, right, okay, I don't need this. I'm off. However, if the thing is big enough, you will stand up against all kinds of hardships and abuse. This is because your very destiny is based around being very patient and through being persistent. I sort of look at this placement in relation to the story of the tortoise and the hare. So of course, you probably all know this story where the tortoise and the hare are getting into a race and the hare is so fast, but the tortoise is so slow, and they're off, and the hare just shoots on as fast as he can, right? But the tortoise is just going bump the bump. That's fine. I'm just gonna go my own pace. And then what happens is the hare gets so tired. His energy levels are just going down because he's used up so much of his energy at the very beginning by going really fast. So what he does is he thinks to himself, oh well, the tortoise is gonna take forever. Let's just have a little nap by this tree. And so he's sleeping on the tree, and here comes the tortoise. The tortoise is like, hi hare, how's it going? I hope you're okay, you're resting up well. And what do you know? The tortoise wins. The reason why I like to use this story is because, if anything, you guys with the Capricorn Midheaven just might understand this. Because essentially it's you who is able to put all of those building blocks in place really securely, okay, slowly, patiently, with much concentration and with much effort. And so by the time that you do cross that finish line, you're able to feel yourself structurally secure on there, whereas others may just not think so much about the layers, the bricks that need to be set in place so that if they do perhaps reach the top, that they won't just fall. Think about how many businesses are started up every single day. There are so many that open, but how many of them will open and be successful for a little while, and then you'll find maybe a year later it's closed down and it's being taken over by new management, or it's being completely converted into a whole new business? Or how many people want to be entrepreneurs, but then they think to themselves, okay, I want to be an entrepreneur, and they'll go into it and they'll think, oh well, it will only take a couple of years, let's just try this. But They do not understand the very hard work that goes into it and the patience that goes into it. Whenever we venture out and we want to be an entrepreneur, the results don't just come like that. They don't come overnight. So with the Capricorn Midheaven, there is this huge ability to be patient and to understand that by working really, really hard, you're gonna get there towards whatever it is that you want to do. And sure, yes, your day of glory may come a little late, but it does endure throughout your old age, which is the most fruitful and fulfilling period of your life. Ultimately, with having this Capricorn Midheaven, you owe your very achievements to your hard working qualities. You're going to be objective, you're going to be logical, you're going to be highly pragmatic. And what I find quite interesting as well about this placement is just how appreciative you are. So I find whenever you are climbing that mountain and you're going a little jump up and a little jump up, there is this sense of gratitude and appreciating those little steps, because each step should be seen as an achievement in itself, and just thinking, wow, okay, I did that, and then I did that, and then I did that. This is great. I even know for myself, whilst I don't have a Capricorn Midheaven, every time I do one little video from an entire series, I'm like, yes, that's great, step. Another video, great, step. And then next thing I know, all 12 videos are ready and they're live, and it's like, wow, this is amazing. Another thing with having this Capricorn Midheaven, you will find that you approach work in a very inherent sense of with a very inherent sense of duty and responsibility. You're going to be this type of person who almost feels like you have a sense of duty to the world, or like you have this sort of weight of the world on your shoulders, that you just have so much baggage. So whilst you are climbing that mountain, you have all of these bricks and all of these things on your backpack as you're going up, because you can handle so much. This is the thing about Capricorn energy. They're able to withstand a lot of hardships, and oh my goodness, how incredible is that? So many of us within astrology look at Saturn and look at Capricorn as so negative, because all these horrible things and the hardships and the fears, and finding it all too much because one obstacle comes and another comes, and when's it ever going to end? The way I see it for Capricorn energy is that it's able to withstand a lot. And I think that is it requires some serious inner strength. So own it. If you have a Capricorn Midheaven, own it. You might even be known as this really tiresome worker who is able just to pour all of your energy into making the right move. You will put so much into whatever career that you choose to do, and you're going to be so completely focused at the task at hand. You're going to see that goal, that thing that you're moving towards, and you're going to be driven, completely driven towards it. And like nothing, almost nothing can sway you, because you know that whenever an obstacle comes, you'll come over it. Another one comes, it'll come over it. I'm working hard, I know what I want, and I'm going to do it. Following on from this point, I just want to bring up manifestation. So how with manifesting it's seen as, right, if I think of something, if I think of achieving something long enough and hard enough, then I'm going to get it. But no. The Capricorns, I said this in my Capricorn Ascendant Psychology video, Capricorns understand the very purpose of working hard and taking the action to achieve what we want, okay? There's no point in sitting on your bed and manifesting how you want a certain thing, or you want to be in a certain occupation, if you're not willing to put in the hours, put in the time, put in all of your energy into getting that. So with manifesting, yes, think of it, visualize it, do that. That's great. It's amazing. Also, the emotions, feel that. Feel like you're in that job, all right? Imagine yourself in it. Feel like you're in it. But take the action to go and do it. Take those steps. And honestly, from this, it could be suggested that Capricorn Midheaven, if you have a Capricorn Midheaven, you're going to be highly passionate. I personally think that that's going to require a lot of passion. If you're working that hard towards what you want to do and what you want to achieve, much passion. Though there is something I would like to bring up here with this placement, is to be careful not to abuse any powers of authority that you might have. What might happen for you is you might become so obsessed with the power and with getting to the top that you might look at others with very cynical eyes, with a very condescending eye. You might even look at others and think, oh well, you know, they don't work as hard as I do, so who are they anyway? It's as though you might judge other people and condemn them because they don't live up to your standards. But I think the reason why this can happen is because you yourself will constrict yourselves. So why shouldn't other people, right? So that's just something that I wanted to touch on. So be aware of that. Ultimately, just be careful about becoming too self-absorbed or maybe too into your public image as well. Like I said, this placement is very much about reputation. So you might hold your standards so high and your reputation be so high that you can become too self-involved. So yeah, just a couple of things that you gotta be aware of, okay? So ultimately, if you have that Capricorn Midheaven, you want to be your own boss, you want to be your own authority, and you don't mind starting from the bottom to get to the top eventually. Could be suggested that your song is started from the bottom, now we it. Started from the bottom. Yeah. Now, some career fields that you might get into if you do have a Capricorn Midheaven would be the likes of business. Okay, because you're going to be a very professional person. You're going to be a person who maybe want to be an entrepreneur. You want to be your own boss. So business is definitely an area that you could get into. You might be a great executive, a manager, of course. You could be a builder, and you could even be a great teacher. You know, you could help other people and guide them, because it's safe to say that you've probably learned a lot from all of the hardships and hard work. It is about being a respected figure of high influence with authority with the Capricorn Midheaven. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on the Capricorn Midheaven. Thank you kindly to my current subscribers for, of course, subscribing. Thank you for viewing. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, then click the subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon.